Okay. I'm gonna apologize if I sound a little annoyed. First, let me turn this up a little bit. Okay, I think that's a little, no. How about that? Okay. I'm gonna try not to sound too annoyed. Say because honestly, I'm having some troubles here. My camera keeps glitching out, so if I turn into a white or purple screen, I'm sorry about that. It might cut off while recording because it gave me trouble earlier. Anyway, if so, this is not completely. I'm a little agitated, yes, but this is not to you directly, Neon Fiona, because no, we don't hate fat people. Honestly, it took me a little bit to do this video, and even though you're in Australia, and I'll get into this real quick, from what I know about Australia, they do have a socialized healthcare system, or at least a bit of one, basically where I had to pay taxes for somebody else. So in other words, I had to pay for some woman's birth control. I don't use birth control, so why the hell should I be having to pay for that? I don't smoke, so why the hell should I have to pay for a smoker? And other people have complained about this. You claim they don't in your video, however, that is not true. I kind of went ass backwards there. Anyway, so no, Fiona, we don't hate fat people. It is a health thing, it is a cost issue. Then with your side wanting to socialize healthcare to make it cheaper, at least for the fatos. And yeah, I'm gonna use that word. Honestly, I'm gonna be a little bit, annoyed. I'm just gonna kind of let my anger come a little bit more to the top because I'm sick of this crap of you sitting there going on about this crap while trying to act like you're the all high and mighty and you're sitting there on your fucking pedestal. 'Cause now I'm fed up with this crap. You and your boyfriend. It is really annoying shit. So let's look into this. Harvard. Let's see the economic cost, paying the price for those extra pounds. Let's see, the direct and indirect cost of obesity, two types associated with it. Value, the loss of work. Uh, let's see, insurance. Obviously, you got to pay higher because you're more likely to use it. Pay higher life insurance premiums to pay out more for workers. Oh, employers. I'm sorry, compensation for employees who are obese than for employees who are not. So it actually costs if you had get it through your company, it costs them more. And the whole thing, oh, well, they're rich and so on. They got rich because they took a risk. You take the risk, start your own business, then you can sit there and be like, oh, I'm going to pay more money for these people because I'm a good person. Let's see. You know what? Let's see what I miss in the value of lost work. Days missed from work are the cost of both employees in lost wages and employers in the work not completed. Obese employees miss more days from work due to short-term absence absence of long-term disabilities, and premature death than non-obese employees. They may also work at less than full capacity, also known as presenteeism. No idea. Wages. Some studies have shown that obesity is associated with lower wages and lower household income. Well, I would definitely say the lower household income if you're missing more. Lower wages. I don't know. Maybe if you're missing more days, unless that's like your salary, but I would imagine, but if they mean like, your starting pay, then maybe if they're gonna give you insurance, then obviously it's gonna cost them more. So it's kind of breaking even for them. Obesity costs are rising overall. I'm not gonna really get in. Let's see. Oh, here we go. The National Health Expenditure accounts data set they calculate that obesity may have been responsible for as much as 147 billion in of healthcare spending in 2006. I'm not going to get into all this because I don't want to make this video too long. Let's hop into this. Again, from Harvard, eating healthy versus unhealthy diet costs about $1.50 more per day. So it's not exactly, it's according to them at least, it's not exactly like it's, you know, gonna break the bank on eating healthy. And I admit, and I'm just not even gonna get into it. Research suggests that unhealthy diets may cost less because food policies have focused on the production of inexpensive, high volume commodities, which, okay, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna get into all that. Okay, whatever. Here's why, and sadly, I won't be able to link these because I got flagged for that before. As much as I would like to, so people can come over and say, hey, you missed this or blah blah blah. I'll have to leave it here for you guys to look up. I apologize. Adult obesity causes and consequences. Behavior, healthy behavior. Healthy behaviors include a health diet pattern, regular physical activity, energy. Okay, blah blah blah. Just okay. Okay, yes, could be. Do genes have a role in obesity genetic change in human populations occur too slowly to be responsible for the obesity epidemic. Nevertheless, the variation of how people respond to the environment that promotes physical inactivity and intake of high-calorie foods suggests that genes do play a role in the development of obesity. How could genes influence genes? Genes give the body instructions to respond to change. Blah blah blah. Okay, so again, I guess it could, but even though they're saying it's not that much. What about family history? Healthcare practitioners routinely collect family health history to help identify people at risk of obesity-related diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and some forms of cancer. Family health history reflects and affects the shared genetics and environment among close relatives. Families can change their genes, but they can change the family environment and encourage healthy eating habits. Physical activity, those changes to improve the health of the family members, goes on. Okay, whatever. Health consequences. All right. All causes of death, mortality, high blood pressure, hypertension, high LDL cholesterol, low HDL cholesterol, or high levels of triglycerides, dyslipidemia, type 2 diabetes, coronary heart disease, stroke, gallbladder disease, uh, osteoarthritis, sleep apnea, and breathing problems. Some cancers, low quality of life. I think, I don't know about, I guess, but still, I mean, if you have all that, yeah. Mental illness such as clinical depression, anxiety, and other mental disorders. Oh, let's see. I know plenty of people who claim to suffer from all these, and they are actually obese people. Don't get me wrong. I know plenty of thin people too. I think depression just seems to be on the rise. I don't know about anxiety. It seems like about a 50-50 if you ask me. Body pain and difficulty with physical functioning. I think even there if you're too active. I don't know. Economics and social consequences. Obesity is associated with health problems, has significant economic impact in the U.S. healthcare system. Medical costs associated with overweight and obesity may involve direct and indirect costs. Direct medical costs may include preventive, diagnosis, and treatment service related to obesity. Indirect costs relate to morbidity and mortality costs, including productive measures, including absenteeism costs due to employees being absent from work and obesity-related health issues. National estimated cost of obesity, the medical care costs of obesity in the United States are high. In 2008 dollars, these costs were estimated in $147 billion, 132 per obese individual. Oh, I'm sorry. The annual nationwide productive cost of obesity related absenteeism range between 3.38 billion and 79 per obese individual. So that's what they cost from lack of work. And this is from CDC. CDC again. Obesity rates for adults with disabilities are 50% higher than for adults without disabilities. Disabilities and obesity just goes into it. Disabilities for kids. Here we are, children. Obesity rates for children with disabilities are 38% higher than for children without disabilities. Challenges facing people with disabilities like healthy food choices, difficulty with chewing or swallowing food over its taste or texture. I guess okay. Medications like okay, at least medications, but damn. Physical limitations that can reduce a person's ability to exercise, pain, lack of energy, lack of accessible environment. For example, sidewalk. Everyone has access to sidewalks, at least for the most part. I mean, yeah, there's DDR, there's Just Dance, and so on. Parks and exercise equipment that can enable exercise. I imagine you can buy weights though. Okay, lack of resources, for example, money. Okay, at least you won't be able to buy weights and all that. Yeah, lack of money. Transportation. Unless you have no friends, I imagine somebody could just give you some for Christmas or something, birthday, whatever. And social support from family, friends, neighbors, and community members. Ooh, So, in other words, don't get me wrong, you shouldn't go call someone, hey, fatty, hop on a treadmill, blah, blah, blah. No, but at least say, hey, look, here's some weights. Here's something you can do to go work out. It even says so right here. Well, what can be done? Obesity is a complex problem that requires a strong call for action at many levels for both adults as well as children. More efforts are needed. The new federal initiatives are helping to change our communities into places that strongly support healthy eating and active living. I don't know if I want the government forcing people, admittedly. I'll say that at least. Let's see. Let me see how this is recording. Okay. Only 1 in 3 children are physically active every day. And keep in mind, this is from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Goes in about lack of exercise. Let's see. Delaware. Oh, okay. More than 80% of adults do not meet the guidelines for both aerobic and muscle strengthening activities, and more than 80% of adolescents do not do enough aerobic physical activity to meet the guidelines for youth. Children now spend more than 7.5 hours a day in front of a screen. Nationwide is 25%. Persons with a disability reported being physically inactive during a usual week. Only about 1 in 5. What's this? 1 in 5. Only about 1 in 5 homes have parks within a half mile, and about the same number have a fitness recreation center within that distance. Cities keep growing, but okay. 6 states, blah blah blah. 28% of Americans, or 80.2 million people aged 6 and older, are physically inactive. Nearly 1/3 of high school students play video games or computer games for 3 or more hours. I use a stationary bike when I play video games usually. I haven't for a little bit, but that's because, sister came back and trying to get everything fixed up again. Food available for consumption increased. I'm not going to get into all that. Health risk of being overweight. Diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke, certain types of cancer, sleep apnea, osteoarthritis, fatty liver disease, kidney disease, pregnancy problems such as high blood sugar. How can I tell if I weigh too much? That's up to you to figure. I mean, I don't want to get into all this, but still. Let's see. The economic impact of obesity in the United States. Uh, yeah, I found the part that I wanted to get to, and I'm just gonna get to it because. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me see. The NCBI. This one, National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Disease. Let's see. Let's see. Expected lifetime medical costs. So the medical costs associated with the 5 diseases for men and women aged 35 to 64 years of each, and for representative of BMI groups, healthy BMI 22.5, overweight BMI of 27.5, obese BMI of 32.5, and severely obese BMI of 37.5. BMI is assumed to be constant with the initial value for all individuals with their risk factors adjusted for each year of aging results from the model just demonstrated a substantial increase in disease risk of increasing BMI relative to the group with BMI of two. Oh, nope, sorry. That's just the whole rules of it. Oh, okay. Medical costs associated with in these. Okay, obesity related diseases. Sorry, guys, my apologies. Uh, let's see. The obese and overweight. For and overweight, then for the healthy. Oh, okay, results right here. Results show significantly higher accumulated costs for the obese and overweight than for the healthy weight group. The obese, the BMI of 30, had 36% higher average annual healthcare costs than the healthy weight group, including 105% higher prescription costs, 39% higher primary care costs. The overweight had a 37% higher prescription cost and a 13% higher primary care cost than the healthy weight group. Let's see. This right here is from Health Science Research Commons, the George Washington University. Let's see. Department of Transportation calculated the increased consumption of gas in individuals of the weight group, Table 8, For instance, in a year, an overweight woman consumes an additional 3 gallons of gas and spends $8 more than a normal weight woman. Other incremental gasoline costs are small. For overweight men and women, the annual incremental costs are larger for morbidly obese passengers who spend $30 and $36 for females and males, respectively. Overweight, 27 BMI, females 33, 39, females $8, males $10. And as you can see, it goes higher. Morbidly obese people with 42% BMI, $30, $36 for the men. So, yes, it costs more money for even transportation because the amount of fossil fuels that is used to move your fat ass around. What are the health consequences of being overweight? World Health Organization. So, unless WHO is somehow fat phobic, what are the health consequences of being overweight? The latest WHO projection indicates that at least 1 in 3 of the world's adult population is overweight, and almost 1 in 10 is obese. Additionally, there are over 40 million children, goddamn, in the age 5 who are overweight. Being overweight or obese can have a serious impact on health. Carrying extra fat leads to serious health consequences such as cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, muscular skeletal disorders. Let's see. It's basically just the same thing. These conditions cause premature death and substantially disability. Substantial disability. What is not widely known is the risk of as a health problem starts when someone is only very slightly overweight, and that the likelihood of the problem increases someone becoming more and more overweight. Many of these conditions cause long-term suffering for individuals and families. In addition, the cost for the healthcare system it can be extremely high. So keep in mind this is the U.S. And let's see the addition to the cost for healthcare system. Not individual, system can be extremely high. So if we were to go on socialized healthcare, that'd be even worse. It'd be even more expensive for everybody. The good news is that overweight and obesity are largely preventable. The key to success is to achieve an energy balance between calories consumed on one hand and calories used on the other hand. To reach this goal, people can limit energy intake from their total fats and shift fat, I almost read that wrong, consumption away from saturated fats and unsaturated fats. Increase consumption of fruit and vegetables, as well as legumes, I don't know, whole grains and nuts, and limit their intake of sugars and the increased calories used. People can boost their levels of physically active to at least 30 minutes of regular moderate intensity activity on most days. This without it cracking up on me. So there we go, Fiona. It is completely possible. And to anyone else who will sit there and talk about fat pride and body shaming, well, again, like I said, after an injury, I've gained some weight. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Once I heal up, guess what? I'm gonna be working out. I actually been looking up new workouts to try. Might do a video on that of what I do hope to do, and a good website to go to if you want to look up some stuff. Anyway, that's just my whole 2 cents of it. So yeah, I don't know what else to say because hell, that is one of the best things it is based on your choice. I happen to like sweets. I really do. I happen to like burgers, buffalo wings, stuff like that. Um, Anyway, this video has gone on long enough, so please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell me if you agree with me, don't agree with me, and all that. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.